This is probably the most asked question I've had for a good minute, man. So I'm about to share a lot in this video, of course, why I use this camera angle and how it could benefit you to even make this switch, man. So y'all know what it is by now. Without further ado, I need y'all to grab yourself that brew and let's get to the video.
We the Brute Squad, we the Brute Squad, we the Brute Squad, we the Brute Squad.
So we got a nice video for y'all today. Let's get into this game real quick so I can show y'all. Y'all see the title. We're talking about the best camera angle to play with in NBA 2K25. And y'all know me, I've been playing with this camera angle for a good minute now. Let's just pick some random person so we could play again so we can show you all the benefits of using this camera. Y'all know the settings by now. Drive. I do play with Drive, not 2K. And I used to actually play with 2K back in the day, but I was introduced to this camera angle and I could not go back because it gave me so much advantage over my competition. Ain't no way, like literally ain't no way I could really go back to that old way of viewing the game and playing the game just because of the additional information you get from this camera angle. And there's an added benefit right now to this camera angle because in previous 2Ks, the only place I could have used that camera angle is my career, rec, pro, and 5v5. But now I'm actually able to take this camera in the park, in the rec, pro and 5v5, 3v3s. We could take it to anti-up. We could take it to all these modes. I'm talking about theater. We could take it to proving ground 3s. So now you could use it anywhere. And trust me, once with a few downsides, there are a few downsides, of course, that we're gonna highlight as well. So anyways, let's skip this as quick as possible. Again, I'm using this right now, just an example. I'm coming and play these 3 chords, and I'm gonna probably throw a lot of lobs, man. I'm gonna show y'all how and why this is one of the best cameras to use, or you could possibly flip over to in the future if you want to just get that competitive advantage over your player. Once you master this camera angle, trust me, if you master this, man, it gives you such an amazing upside, y'all. Now, again, if you notice, wherever the camera is, I'm gonna be behind no matter what. I didn't even try to strip that, but 2K allowed me to do it. But anyways, again, so much benefit. It's slightly above, and the good thing is it's always behind the player. Go get the bucket, bro. Now there is some downside. I wanted to score so I could give you the downside real quick. There is some downside to this camera angle. One of them is the flip, right? If you get motion sickness a lot, you might not want to flip to this camera angle. And before we continue on, the cutscenes are always gonna mess with my vibe, right? Before we continue, here's the camera angle. Drive 1 on the zoom, height 10, key zoom off, rev angle off, auto flip on, fixed height on off, and of course flip style is on spin, and that's it right there. That's what I've been playing with for the past few years, and now of course I'm sharing with y'all again. It's one of the most frequently asked questions. Now the beauty about this is, you see the angle, I'm always behind the ball, always behind my player, always behind the ball, no matter what angle I go to. Even if I go deep corner, it will be slightly off, but it still will be basically as behind as possible. So what does that help with? It helps with a lot of things. It helps with looking at the lanes, it helps with passing, it helps with dribbling as well. So now it's the same way I dribble. If I dribble at the top here, same way I dribble, and the next thing you ain't got to worry about is your jump shot angle changing. Like, there are so much benefits to moving to this camera angle. And one coach, oh, I forgot I was going for lobs, my bad. So again, there's so much benefits to using this camera angle. Let me see if I get it. Big miss. But you see this flip right here? This gets people like a lot of nausea, like, yeah, for real. So a lot of people definitely, they get busy on this when it flips. So that lob, try and get a lot of lobs right here. So that is one of the things you will have to get used to. The next thing is when the ball, like when somebody score on your team on a full court like 5v5, not the same for 3v3, but in 5v5, when someone scores, your opponent scores, you have to, you see this icon here, which is showing you who you're defending. You have to have that on because you could lose track because it doesn't show the entire court in that situation after a patch they made last year. Before last year, you could have got around it. right? Before last year, you were seeing the entire court, but last year, after they dropped a rec court update, it kind of messed it up. And this year, they didn't fix it at all. Although 2K said they build the game from the bottom up, from the ground up, right? Let's go. If y'all want a tutorial about how to dunk and mastering the dunk meter, I post one yesterday, so I will of course put the link up there, so make sure and check it out. And before we continue on, don't forget, if you use 2K Labs premium service, to use code Brutal7 for 20% off. They got tons of data and information on jump shots that will give you a, you know, added little point in your competitive advantage, man. So don't forget to use that code Brutal7 to get that 20% off. So yeah, again, angles. The next thing I like to do, right, I'm gonna give you all a little trick. I'm gonna give you some of my sauce, man. Now, if you all defend me, do not use this against me, but when I get the ball, I'm gonna show you all what I like to do with this angle that no one sees, because they can't see it, especially if you play with 2K, right? Now, one thing, when my players are on the baseline, let's say we run a 5 out or even a pick and roll or something like that, right? All right, let me ISO real quick. So what I do is I come from this angle. Now you see this angle I'm getting. So I will see if my teammate in the far corner is open or not, and then I could call a backdoor and see. It's easier for me to see if a backdoor is there or not, right? Usually somebody will play a little higher in that situation. They wouldn't necessarily put their feet on the baseline. But even if I see that they already covered it, then I could call for a down screen and a pop. So you're able to see way more angles when using this camera. Trust me, in these other modes. Again, this is just street code. I'm just using that as an example, really. But I run with this in all modes, as you all seen before, because I've been seeing the questions about what camera angle I'm using. Drive 110. Y'all see the settings. Y'all could go back and check it. Let me pull it up one more time just so y'all could see it again. Here it is. Again, just a quick reminder. That's the settings. Y'all could pause, go and get it and try it out. One thing I said you will have to get used to is the spin. Come on, let's go, man. I just want the game to end. Give me that. So let's go. Throw it up, they catching everything, y'all. Everything they catching. Shut down, end of game, easy money. Again, man, let me know how if this video helped you all out. This has been a highly requested video, a requested tutorial. I get it. This is probably the most asked questions I've had since the game dropped, you know. And you know, y'all know I don't gatekeep anything at all, man. So you already know, man. Your boys, if you're first time to the channel, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Have a blessed one. Till next time, be safe out there, y'all. Peace, and let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know how this camera angle help y'all improve your game, y'all, or improve the way you look at the game. Peace.
Green in your face, you better hold that. Cross between the legs, snatch back. Now you broke in this game time. Brutal sim dog. Any challenge can contain my hunger when it's playtime. You better get the name right. The 2K guru, you better know it. Get your popcorn ready, cause there's a movie showing. Highlight real of the best. 1 through 5, I'm a threat. IQ top notch, I don't ball like the rest. My career player, but I kill when I step out on the park. I get chills down their neck. I walk in the park, I'm not done till I rest. Let me keep it going, let me show you who the best. 99, yeah, I grinded, and my channel uses